Hey guys, Ashley here, also known as the HLA fan. I am here today with a new video. I decided to make a unpopular opinions video. I come to the conclusion that some people just say that unpopular opinions are just things that you don't want to admit, so just make it hot takes. Honestly, I feel like hot takes are another way of just saying unpopular opinions. Me personally, when I do unpopular opinions for anything, I'm just expressing my opinions, but I'm going to back it up with a little bit of facts on why something doesn't make sense or da-da-da-dee or da-da-da-do. So please just bear with me. I'm doing unpopular opinions for Vampire Diaries. I absolutely love the Vampire Diaries, and I don't do enough videos about this show on my channel, so I decided to start doing more videos about this show on my channel. I am going to be doing a ranking season for this because I feel like my perspective of the seasons have changed so much since I've rewatched the show over the pandemic and just rewatching it in general. So let's get to it. It's 12 unpopular opinions here. Honestly, I could keep going on and on and on, but this is part 2. I already made a first one. If you have not watched it or listened to it, I suggest you do. It got a lot of views. People loved it. So this is just part 2. So I hope you guys tune in. I'm gonna turn my fan down so you guys can hear me. So I don't know if I'm gonna get to all 12. So this might be like a part 2, like a part 1 unpopular video, then a part 2 to it. So I'm thinking I can do unpopular opinions 1 through 8. Okay, so let's get to it. My first unpopular opinion of the Vampire Diaries is Delana was doomed from the start. Honestly, I know a lot of people shipped the hell out of Damon and Elena. Me personally, I've never been a Delana shipper. I never really understood the appeal behind them or why people wanted them to be a couple. Like, even if you ask a Delana shipper, why do they think they deserve to be in game? They can't really give you a real clear reason as into why. Like, they don't give you a real significant reason on their relationship, on if it was healthy or not, which it wasn't. It was toxic as hell, or like anything like that. They don't even give you a specific reason. Personally, I feel like this relationship was doomed from the beginning. If you go back to like season 3 when they were building them up, it was never going to work. Even if you watch season 4, it was never going to work. And then when you watch season 5, clearly you know that it was never meant to be. So honestly, this relationship never made any sense to me. Honestly, I feel like Elena should have found her way back to Stefan. She should have taken the care a whole hell lot sooner and found her way back to Stefan. Because her and Stefan, they grown up, they completely changed from people that they were the last time they were together. So I really feel like them finding their way back to each other would have been very beautiful and everything. At least to me, in my opinion. So there it is about Elena. Coming in number 2 is Sterilline made 0 sense. No chemistry. Okay, I know this is no secret. I think I did a opinion about this in the other video. I don't ship Stefan and Caroline. Honestly, I don't ship Stefan with anybody besides Elena. I feel like the writers don't really try to make relationships outside of Elena feel very significant to the show. Like, honestly, I really feel like Cameron and Caroline should have just been a friendship. I feel like the show trying to make that into something more when it didn't need to be anything more really just didn't rub me the right way. Like, going back to season 6, I had no problem with it, with them building them up, because it was cute. But then when you watch season 7 and 8, it just really sucked. Their relationship had inconsistency. There was no consistent writing for it. They just got married. They just got engaged and they just got married. They just put Stefan in a loveless relationship to have an end game with, and honestly, I really feel like to this day it still rubs me the wrong way that he ended up with Caroline, because like I said, he should have ended up with Elena. Selena is the only relationship on this show that makes sense to me. So yeah, I've never been a Caroline and Stefan shipper, and I never really understood the appeal of them either. Even when people say that they make more sense than Stefan and Elena, you never get a real clear reason as into why they make more sense. Nothing, because there is no reason. Because if you watch the relationship, there's nothing to it. There's really no build up. There really isn't a relationship to give me a clear reason. So that's facts. Coming in at number 3 is Caroline really didn't serve any purpose to the show. So before anyone come in here with their pitchforks and their fires, honestly, this is true. Caroline has always been more of a plot device. If you really think about it, her only significant areas in the show is when she's dating someone. Like, honestly, has anyone ever realized that her drama really comes from dating somebody? Stefan, Tyler, Klaus, Matt, Damon. Like, honestly, all of her drama comes from dating guys. And it's kind of, Alaric. Like, it's kind of crazy how the show is trying to make you believe that that's not her character. Like, that was never supposed to be her character. Because her issue in the first season was that she was sick and tired of letting guys define her, but yet all of her problems and her drama from her character comes from dating guys. So yeah, I mean, I do like Caroline, but we're talking about characters who put plot inside the storylines and they do stuff for the storylines. She's not one of those characters. I mean, honestly, look if you look at seasons 1 through, okay, I'll say like not even in season 7 and 8, she doesn't really have much to do with the storylines that are being told in it. Now I think about it, she's never really been a big portion of the storytelling, whether there's a plot. It's always been Elena, Stefan, Damon. They've always been like the main people in any storyline. Bonnie, like, she's never really like the main person in a storyline. Like, her drama, her storylines are completely different from what the main storyline and the main plot is. So to me, that's serving zero purpose to the show. Honestly, like, her character didn't really. If honestly, I feel like her character, if it wasn't in the show still would have been successful, in my opinion. Like, honestly, Matt doesn't need to be in the show at all, but let's just say if Caroline didn't exist either, the show still would have been successful. I love her character. I love that she completely changed from the first season. But like I said, we talk about storyline purpose to drive the plot forward. She's not one of those characters. Coming in number 4 is Bonnie, Catherine, and Stefan all deserve better. I feel like out of all the characters in the show, I feel like they're like I don't know if you're gonna say, what about Elena? What about Elena? Well, hold on, let me get to my point. I feel like out of all the characters, they are the main 3 to me. I feel like that went through a lot of shit, and the writers just wanted to make you believe that they didn't go a lot of shit. Like Bonnie, like, I'll be honest with you, Bonnie, she's not my favorite character. I wouldn't put her in my top 5 characters because I'm gonna get to her in a minute. But the show did drag her. Like, I really feel like she really did deserve a happy ending, whether even if it was for her dry ass relationship with Enzo. But I feel like the show really did drag her with her sacrificing her life all the time and everything like that, and it sucks. I feel like she did deserve more. Catherine, what they did to her after season 2 was just a travesty. She stopped having any significance to the show, and it just sucks that the show kind of wasted her, and she kind of just became a side character for other people, which really sucked, in my opinion. I feel like Catherine deserved a lot more than what the show gave her. And Stefan, I really feel like Stefan did suffer a lot because he didn't want to be a vampire. He hated it. He had the whole Ripper thing, and then Elena breaking his heart, and then season 7 with the girl found out that he was gonna be a father, and then she had a miscarriage. And then him and Caroline, honestly, I don't care about that, but this is a big part of why he deserves better. Him and Caroline had to break up because she was having babies with somebody else. And then season 8, he became a slave to Cade. And then he killed Enzo. And then he died. So you can understand why I feel like Stefan deserved a whole lot better than what the show did. Honestly, I really feel like he did deserve a happy ending. I noticed some people think that him dying wasn't his happy ending, but me personally, I feel like them giving him the cure for vampirism was easily the happy ending that he needed, because he hated being a vampire. He hated the torture, the misery that came with it. So him being a human was the best thing for his character, personally. And honestly, I feel like him dying was just proving that he's the best character. He's the best character the whole time. People just refuse to not see it. In my opinion, I think Stefan is the best character on the show, in my opinion. But yeah, those are the characters I feel like deserve a lot more. Coming in at number 6 is season 3. Season 3 is when Elena became shitty and so self-absorbed. I love season 3 just like anybody, but I'm telling you, season 3 Elena is when I started hating her. I hate season 3 Elena. Like, she's so indecisive and just so closed-minded. She can't think for herself. Like, it's just so annoying. The constant is about me, it's about me, it's about me. It's getting really on my nerves. Like, ugh. Like, I think the thing with Elena is that it's not Nina Dobrev, it's the writings for her character. Like, seasons 1 and 2 Elena, I absolutely adore. I love season 1 and 2 Elena. But seasons 4, 5, and 6 Elena, I can't stand. I can't stand. Can't stand her, honestly. I feel like the show really dragged her down once she started going out with Damon, and it just really got more shitty and more shitty and more shitty. But season 3 is the reason for all of that, because that's when she really was becoming a real asshole and a bitch. But they wanted her to make her look like she wasn't that, but she really was. Um, Coming in number 7 is season 4 started all the bad storylines for the other seasons. Honestly, I do agree that the first 4 seasons of the show is easily the best, but personally, I really feel like season 4 started all the terrible storylines that lead ahead in seasons 5, 6, 7, 8. Because I'm not gonna lie, season 5 was really not a good season. Season 6 was good. Season 7 and 8, you already know they're not good seasons. But honestly, I really feel like season 4 set that up, because the writing for that season just felt so inconsistent at times. So I kind of blame that season for the inconsistency after everything. Coming in number 8 is Damon became a boring character after season 4. It's true, it's true, it's true. Season 5 Damon is boring. His only ambition is being with Elena. He's so boring. The show really just forgot about his personality, his charisma. He's not even funny anymore. Like, everything about his character that made him, like, not my favorite character, but that made him kind of entertaining in a sense, or I would say somewhat enjoyable, is the fact that he was funny, or he was always doing cool things. But now season 5, he's just a Moby, a whiny little boyfriend, always bitching about something that Elena's doing, or whining about their relationship. Like, it's just, I'm not fucking with it. And even in season 6, he's not doing any cool things. He's just kind of there. Season 7, they tried making him the main character, and it didn't work, because the storylines that they gave him in season 7 were extremely boring. It didn't work. And then season 8, he didn't really do much of anything. Okay, and then season 8, he didn't really do much of anything. Like, I feel like season 8 is when they decided to make Stefan the main character, which I think was the right move, because Stefan just has more to deliver as a character than Damon does, and it kind of proves it. It shows after season 4. So, yeah. Well, those are my unpopular opinions. That's part 1. The rest is going to be done tomorrow.